Hello friends, welcome to the channel Business Transformation and Tax Compliance. And a compliance word, this is suggesting your speaker is going to break down one of the very important information through this video. And this is towards the goods and service tax, GSTR-9, that is the annual return. What is GSTR-9? What is GSTR-9? To whom GSTR-9 is applicable? What would be the consequences if GSTR-9 is not filing? What are the threshold limit and GSTR-9? GST is the backbone to your business. Yes, GST is your backbone to your business. No matter how much revenue you have, no matter how much you have the business performance, no matter how much you have the business stability, no matter how much you have the business profitability, if you are not fulfilling the GST compliance, ladies and gentlemen, your business will not be grow. Your business will not be grow and you will have a more firefighting in managing the compliance. You will have a more firefighting in managing the business. What do you think? Would you start to do the business with the non-compliance of goods and service tax and to find more and more assessment and notices from the department? Would you like to think that? That is more important. Then you have to look what is the GST and how you are fulfilling the GST compliance in your business. That is more important. Imagine within yourself that you have raised the invoice to your customer against the service. You have raised the invoice to your customer. Your customers are liable to pay the payment against the invoice. But you have not fulfilled the GSTR-1 compliance. You have not fulfilled the GSTR-3B compliance. It means you have not reported the invoice that you have issued to the customer in your GSTR-1 and you have not paid the tax of those invoices through GSTR-3B. What do you think? Would you think that your customer will work with you if you are not fulfilling the GST compliance? Would you think that? Understand this. Because you have not fulfilled the GST compliance, your customer tax teams will approach you, will ask you why you have not filed the GSTR-1, why you have not paid the tax to GSTR-3B. Because they are not able to take the tax credit. That you need to understand. And if you have a 20 customer, 200 customer, no matter, if you are not fulfilling the GST compliance, not paying the tax to the government through GSTR-3B, your customer will start to be broken. Your customer will not keep to you. Started to break the engagement. And when the customer is not with you, how your revenue is going to be increased, how you are going to perform, how you are going to find out the more profitability. So everything is depend upon your GST compliance. सब कुछ आपके GST के compliance पे निर्धारित है. आपका धंधा रुक जाएगा, आपकी प्रॉफिट रुक जाएगी, आपकी ग्रोथ रुक जाएगी अगर आपने GST की compliances नहीं करी तो. Because GST is not a tax only. It is something that in every transaction you finding out the GST. See the sales, see the purchase, see the expense, see the liability, see the assets, every transactions. कहाँ नहीं है GST? So if you are not keeping the GST compliances, your revenue is not going to be increased, yes. Your performance is not going to increase, yes. Your profitability is not going to increase, yes. Your growth is not going to increase, yes. See the importance of GST. So you have to be compulsory complied with the goods and service tax, because at the end of the day, your objective, your intention is to create more and more profitability. So how you are focusing on your pricing, performance and profitability in a similar way, you have to focus on your goods and service tax. It is equally the important part. It is equally the important part. So coming to the point of GSTR-9. GSTR-9, that is the annual return. To whom it is applicable? GSTR-9 is applicable to all those entrepreneurs and the business owner whose aggregate turnover in the previous financial year is more than 2 crore. Say, for example, you are working as an entrepreneur or as a business owner and the turnover in your business in the previous financial year, say 2021 and 2022, is more than 2 crore, then you have to be compulsory furnish and file the GSTR-9 on or before 31st December of the following year. It means year 31st December 2022. So the turnover exceeding 2 crore, you are compulsory liable to file GSTR-9 for the financial year 2021 and 2022 on or before 31st December 2022. Check in your business. If your turnover is more than 2 crore, you have to be compulsory filed. 2 करोड़ या उससे नीचे नहीं फाइल करनी है, 2 करोड़ से ऊपर है फाइल करनी है. You have to be compulsory filed. In this, what is the aggregate turnover? So the aggregate turnover is on the basis of your permanent account number, that what you have the financial, जब आप financial बनाते हो ना, and that you have the turnover, and that turnover is basis of the permanent account number. So might be you have a 10 GSTR number under one PAN, might be you have a 20 GSTR number under one PAN. So GSTR-9 that you have to furnish and file for all those GST and registrations. सारे जहां जहां पे भी आपने रजिस्टर्ड करा हुआ है ना, लेट्स से 20 रजिस्ट्रेशन आपके एक पैन के अंदर है. टर्नओवर के लिए आपने 2 करोड़ देख लिया पैन के बेसिस पे, योर फाइनेंशियल में. लेकिन जब आप GSTR कंप्लाइंस से GSTR-9 की बात करते हैं, फॉर एवरी GST रजिस्ट्रेशन यू हैव टू बी कंपल्सरी फर्निश द GSTR-9. अगर 20 रजिस्ट्रेशन है तो आपके 20 GSTR-9 बनेंगे. इवन आपके एक स्टेट के अंदर 5 रजिस्ट्रेशन है तब भी आपके 5 सेपरेट GSTR-9 जाएंगे. So it is very clear that what you have the GST registrations, for every registrations you have a GSTR-9 for every registrations. Who is exempted from GSTR-9? GSTR-9 is not applicable to the following supplier, namely the input service distributor, casual taxable persons, non-resident taxable persons, and the persons who is deducting and collecting tax. They are governed with other forms, other returns. They are not required to file GSTR-9. GSTR-9, when you go through the detailed annual return, you will find that there are total 6 part and total table 19. So 6 part के अंदर total 19 table आपको fill up करने हैं. So whatever the information that you are going to put in these 19 tables, you have to make sure that information you are going to fill correct, and you have a detailed calculations. That detailed calculation is going to help you to find out the correct answer. So it is important. So GSTR-9, while you are going to furnish and file, you must have a detailed calculations, and this calculations is going to give you the duly importance. While you have a notices or the assessment from the department, what happened at that point of time if you do not have the detailed calculations? You will not able to explain or give the correct reasonable answers to the notices or the assessment. So make sure what happened with the SME sector, that they are simply fill up the information basis of what they have. But my dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, start to create the backup, start to create the detailed working calculations of all those informations before you start to fill up the information in GSTR-9. So now GSTR-9, total number of table is 19. The table number 19, out of that, table number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 12 and 13 are very important. Rest you have to be fill the informations. The rest are also important, but this table which I have referred here, where you have to fill up the information with respect to your outward tax liability, with respect to your inward tax input, with respect to your tax. तो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ये सारे इंफॉर्मेशन आपको फिलअप करने हैं. सो द टेबल नंबर 1, 2, 3A, 3B are the basic information that you have to fill up, like your entity's name, your GSTR number, your trade name वगैरह वगैरह. ये सारे इंफॉर्मेशन आपको यहाँ पे भरने हैं. Coming to the table number 4, the table number 4 where you have to report the advance receipt, the inward supply and outward supply on which tax is created or payable. तो सारे इंफॉर्मेशंस जिसके ऊपर टैक्स की लायबिलिटी बनी हुई है, लाइक सप्लाई मेड टू अनरजिस्टर्ड पर्सन B2C, सप्लाई मेड टू रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन B2P, जीरो रेटेड सप्लाई विथ पेमेंट ऑफ टैक्स, इट मीन्स एक्सपोर्ट विथ टैक्स, सप्लाई टू स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन विथ पेमेंट ऑफ टैक्स, डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट अंडर सेक्शन 147 of CGST Act, and then the advance receipt on which GST has been paid. However, invoices has not been issued, invoices has not been reported. 31 मार्च 2022 तक आपके बुक्स में एडवांस है, बट आपने इन्वाइसेस भी इशू नहीं किया है, सर्विस कंप्लीट नहीं हुई, रिपोर्ट करनी है इस टेबल के अंदर. एंड इनवर्ट supplier on which recipients are liable to pay the tax on RCM basis. ये सारे इंफॉर्मेशन जिसके ऊपर भी टैक्स की लायबिलिटी आपकी जनरेट हुई, दैट ऑल इंफॉर्मेशन यू हैव टू बी कंपल्सरी फर्निश इन टेबल नंबर 4. In table number 5, again you have to fill up the information that is the outward tax liabilities related information. बट यहाँ पे वो सारे इंफॉर्मेशन जिसके ऊपर आपकी टैक्स एग्जेम्प्टेड है, टैक्स नहीं लगता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक्सपोर्ट without payment of tax under LUT, that is zero rated supply without payment of tax. Supply to a special economic zone without payment of tax. Inward supply where RCM is applicable. Zero rated supply, exempted supply, non GST supply, इन सब की रिपोर्टिंग आपको टेबल नंबर 5 में करनी है. कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग आपको क्रेडिट नोट एंड डेबिट नोट और एनी अदर एडजस्टमेंट अगर अमेंडमेंट के थ्रू हुआ है, इन सबको आपको रिपोर्ट करनी है. तो टेबल नंबर 4 एंड टेबल नंबर 5 इज एक्सक्लूसिवली टॉकिंग अबाउट द टैक्स लायबिलिटी एंड द टैक्सेबल वैल्यूज. यहां पे आपको बात करती है. व्हेन यू कम टू टेबल नंबर 6, it is talking about the inward and the input related information. So the table number 6 where you have to be compulsory fill all those information with respect to input tax credit. Whatever the input tax credit that you have available in GSTR-9 is automatically populated in the table number 6. With that, the other information that you have to furnish here is the input tax credit related to B2B business, input tax credit related to B2C business, input tax credit related to supply to unregistered persons under RCM, input tax credit related to supply to registered person under RCM, then the input tax credit from the ISD, correspondingly all those other information. So ये सारे informations you have to be populate in the table number 6. The table number 6, table number 7 and table number 8. These all are talking about the input tax credit. So when you come to table number 7, it talk about the restricted input or ineligible input. You know the rule number 37, 39, 42, 43, section 17, subsection 5. So these are the rules and sections where input tax credit either reverts due to ineligible or due to restricted. तो ये सारे इंफॉर्मेशन आपको टेबल नंबर 7 के अंदर फिलअप करने हैं. इफ यू हैव मेड द पेमेंट टू योर सप्लायर एंड द पेमेंट मेड बियॉन्ड 180 डेज, अगर कोई ऐसा इंफॉर्मेशन आपके पास है जहां पे अपने सप्लायर्स को 180 दिन के बाद पे किया हुआ है, रूल 37 के अंदर आपको इनपुट रिवर्स करने पड़ेंगे. क्रेडिट नोट इशू टू योर इनपुट सर्विस डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स, उसके जो भी क्रेडिट नोट आपको यहाँ पे रिवर्स करने पड़ेंगे, रूल 39. Rule 42 and 43 is talking about the input and capital goods, and that input and capital goods are being used for business and other purpose as well. Business purpose का आपको input मिल जाएगा. What happened to other? So the other, that particular proportion that you have to be reversed, under rule number 42 and 43. Section 17 subsection 5 is talking about the restricted input. Like for cab service, if you are not in a similar nature of the business, cab service का input other than corporate आप ले पाते हो, नहीं ले पाते हो, restricted input, that would be covered under section 17 subsection 5. So all this information that you have to be report in table number 7, restricted input and ineligible input. Table number 8, the other ITC related information that you have to report in table number 8. So input tax credit, that what you have available in your GSTR-2A is going to be auto-populated in table number 8 with the other informations of input tax credit. With that, the table number 12 and table number 13 which is stating about the input tax credit of the previous financial year that you have availed in the current financial year up to 30th September. Now, for the financial year 2021 and 2022, it is up to 30th November. So it is very important. Departments are watching of these column very carefully, that what input as credit that you have booked in the previous financial year and avail in the current financial year. What are the base? Whether you have reconciled with the GSTR 2B or 2A, because with effect from 1st January 2022, all those input tax credit that you have recorded in your books of account must be reconciled, must be matched with GSTR 2B. And if it is matching, then you would be able to take the input tax credit. So make sure that whatever the input tax credit that you have recorded in the previous financial year, if it is matching with that, you will be able to take the input tax credit and you will be able to report of that input in table number 12 and 13. So that is more important. You should know होता क्या है कि इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट जब आप एक्सपेंस बुक करते हो, आपने क्रेडिट भी बुक कर दिया। अगर आपने उस क्रेडिट का इनपुट अगर आपने GSTR 3B में ले लिया, वो इनपुट तो आपका है ही नहीं, वो इनपुट तो आपने रिकंसाइल करा ही नहीं है। एंड दैट इनपुट that you have taken without the reconciliations of GSTR 2 and 2B, वो questionable है। So it is important that what you have taken the input, so make sure that whatever the input of the previous financial year that you have taken into the current financial year, that is reconciled with the GSTR 2A 2B, and then you are taking in your GSTR 3B, you are considering that input. But because here we are talking about here the GSTR 9, तो GSTR 9 में जब हम बात कर रहे हैं तो यहाँ तो हम नया इन्फॉर्मेशन की बात नहीं करेंगे। Whatever the information that you have reported in GSTR 1 and 3B, that information you have to be populated and fill here. In case any other additional liability because of the reversal and because of the other inputs, आपको यहाँ पे करना पड़ेगा, आपको रिपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा और पे करना पड़ेगा through DRC 03. So that is more important that you have to take care. So while you are furnishing the GSTR 9, my dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that all those information with respect to the tables, particularly the table number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and table number 12 and 13, that you have to be very careful. And what the information you are going to be populating into this table, you must have a detailed calculations, because that calculations is going to help you to bring some more and more opportunities in a compliance, in a more accurate compliance. अगर आपने इंफॉर्मेशन गलत भरा तो आपने डिपार्टमेंट को मौका दिया, आपने डिपार्टमेंट को मौका दिया फॉर नोटिस एंड असेसमेंट के लिए। अगर GSTR 3B और आपका 9 में डेटा मिसमैच कर रहा है, डिपार्टमेंट आपको नोटिस भेजेंगे, डिपार्टमेंट आपसे पूछेगा कि वाई देयर इज अ डिफरेंस, एंड इफ देयर इज अ जेन्युइन डिफरेंस दैट वाई यू हैव नॉट पेड द टैक्स। So you have to be make sure, my different ladies and gentlemen, GSTR 9 is only and only the annual statement that you have to file. अगर आपका 2 करोड़ से ऊपर का टर्नओवर है, अगर आपका 2 करोड़ से ऊपर का टर्नओवर है तो you have to be compulsory file the GSTR 9. With the GSTR 9, you have to make sure that you are fulfilling the GST compliance with all aspects. Because what is the objective? The objective here is not to fulfill the compliance only. The objective here is to grow your business exponentially. The objective here to make more and more profit in your business. The objective here to have a more and more scalable growth in your business. The objective here that you have a more and more phenomenal growth in your business. And that will become only when you are starting to find out the more and more opportunities in your compliance. Don't miss the compliance. Don't miss the compliance. What is the compliance cost? There is not a big cost for the compliance. If you are going to hire a team, you are going to pitch to a new customer, having more and more sales and marketing work, marketing expense. In a similar way, you have to keep some of the tax expense. What happened with most of the entrepreneurs? Still they are finding more and more opportunities into the sales and marketing, and they are not keeping the more value to the compliance. Now the era has gone, the time has gone. If you are only just focusing on sales and marketing and not focusing on the compliance, ladies and gentlemen, you are completely in a wrong track. You are completely in a wrong track because you do not know that what are the biggest problem that you are going to find, you are going to get in your business. If you are not going to fulfill the compliance, सारा revenue, सारा growth, सारा business performance खत्म हो जाएगा. You will have a more opportunity to go for the notices and notices. You will have a more firefighting in your business. तो आपको ध्यान देना है बिजनेस पे, correspondingly ध्यान देना है आपको compliances पे, खास करके GST का compliance. Now GST has celebrated the 5th anniversary, you know. कितनी प्रॉब्लम्स आई हुई GST में, कितने सारे नोटिफिकेशंस है, कितने सारे सर्कुलर्स है. क्या फर्क पड़ता है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार. आपको GST के कंप्लायंसेस तो करनी है ना. अगर आपने नहीं करा इस उम्मीद से कि गवर्नमेंट सर्कुलर पे सर्कुलर निकाल रही है, तो क्या आप धंधा करना छोड़ देंगे? नहीं छोड़ सकते ना. दैट इज द पॉइंट, दैट इज द पॉइंट. That's why I'm just pushing more and more to you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, start to focus on your compliance. Because government, for their treasury, they will definitely issue the notification, they will definitely issue the circulars. So what is important that if there is any circular or notification, start to find out the corrective action, that if it is applied in your business, start to find out those and make it apply in your business. Because at the end of the day, your objective here, your intention here is to create more and more profit. Your intention here is to have a solid performance. Your intentions and objective here is to create more and more growth in your business. And that will become only one with the compliance. So not more think on the compliance, not more think that how much cost you are going to pay. Think about that if compliances are going with your business will be grow more. Your business will be grow more. That is the objective in your business. So start to find out that opportunity, start to find out that growth, and keeping the compliance in a very best manner, in a very organized manner, to be able to build up more and more opportunity and growth in your business over the period of the time. This is Sanjan Singh signing out. Until we meet again, thank you very much.